Hey, Jimmy from Cuff and Stuff Barbecue. Well, we're gonna do a cook in the cook shack today. We're gonna do something you probably won't see done anywhere else in the country. We're doing moonshine barbecue glazed country style barbecue ribs. Oh my gosh, they turn out good. Why are we doing it that way? Because I want to. So hang tight. Okay, well, let's season these country style ribs up. And of course, I'm gonna use two kinds of seasoning on these ribs, and they both happen to be made by the same guy. Guess who that is? This is Competition Pig Powder. Of course, this is Uncle Steve's Shake. Says Daddy Dutch approved, so you know if Kent says it's good stuff, it's gotta be, and we love it ourselves. So let's take and let's just start seasoning these. This is 8 pounds of country style ribs, and for those of you that don't know, you see the bone on here. Most of the time, what you see in the grocery store for country style ribs is going to be where a butcher has taken a Boston butt and he squared the end off. He's cut through that piece of bone, and you'll see every once in a while you get a piece that doesn't have a bone in it, but I think most all of these are going to have, and that's fine. So you can, in a way, treat this like butt, but it's not as big a piece of meat, so you really don't want to cover it that heavily. But I don't worry about the bone side too much, especially if it's a big bone going from one end to the other. I just want to get the top seasoned good, and we're going to get a little bit of this Competition Pig Powder on every one of these, on all 3 of the sides at least. And then I'm going to use the other seasoning, and this is something I like also. There are a lot of things that I use it on, and that's spicier, either way you want to say it. Uncle Steve says that's just fine. All right, so I'm going to take and do the exact same thing with this. And this has got a little bit of heat in it. It's not really overpowering. I use this on a lot of stuff. Now, my wife likes spicy, but she doesn't like hot. And this is something that I can use sparingly on a lot of the things that I cook as additional flavor. And so that's what I do. So let me finish these up, and then we're gonna get them on the fire. When we do, I'll bring you back. Okay, what I've got is, this is a 40-ounce bottle of Sweet Baby Ray's. We use this a lot at my house. You use whatever you want in yours. For this recipe, I'm going to use the Sweet Baby Ray's. This is just the original. I probably have about 18 to 20 ounces in it. To that, I've just got apple cider vinegar. This is organic, but you use whatever brand you want. I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. And then the secret ingredient on this is what my buddy Dash at Steel Drum Smokers Barbecue calls clear. This is a little, I guess you'd say, homegrown. This is South Carolina. I'm gonna do about the same. I'm gonna put about 2 heaping tablespoons of that in here with it. And I didn't ask Ray if I could doctor his barbecue sauce, but he can give it to me, so I guess I can do what I want to it. I'm gonna stir this up, and that's the only 3 ingredients in this barbecue sauce that I'm gonna use. And let's see, let's try. Oh yeah, that's it right there. All right, well, we're gonna get the ribs on, and we'll bring you back. Okay, well, we've got our pit barrel here up to temp, and I'm putting this to start with bone side down, and I don't want to miss that probe there. I don't want that one in the meat. And you know, it is amazing to me how much meat you can get on this pit barrel. It really does hold the meat. Now, I'm not too worried about all the spacing and whatnot. I just want to get them on there and get them down. Some pieces are bigger than others. You see, one of the things I'm going to do before I close them up is I'm going to take the biggest one, which that's going to be close to the biggest one, and I'm going to stick that down in it. Excuse me if I'm stepping in front of you. I'm going to take and put the rods back in it, and that's just part of the temperature control, whether you're using them or not. Put the lid on it, and we're gonna let it go. Now, I'm not even gonna open this up. I've got the Inkbird running with both of those probes, one inside, keep up with the temperature, and one in that rib. And I'm gonna keep an eye on it, but I'm not coming back for at least 2 hours. So we're gonna let it cook, and when we do, we'll bring you back. All right, well, 2 hours in. Sure does smell good. Let's look in on this temp a little bit. Let's see where we are. That's in the 150s, 140s, 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 140s. So most everything is in the 140s and 150s. So of course, there's no way we even gonna think about taking these out. So, tell you what, let's do. Let's take that rod out of the way. Let's take them and turn them a little bit. Let's let this side face the charcoal. Oh yeah. That is a very good idea. And we're going to take and turn them all over. 2 hours into the cook. It's doing all right. I got a little trick for cold weather cooking that I found out helps my pit barrel do its job. I'll show you that little trick in a little bit. We'll bring you back in a little bit. Okay, I told you I was going to show you a little trick that helps in this cold weather. I know it helps with the drum cooker, and I imagine it would with like a stick burner or whatever, maybe with a grill too. But what you can't see, I'm gonna show you just off camera in this video, is this patio type heater. And in this light, it's too much, you can't see it going. But this throws heat out about 8 feet away from itself. And not only does it keep me warm, but you see I've got it over here close to the pit barrel, and it keeps it warm around the area. It helps with the cook. Okay, it's been another hour. That's 3 total. Let's see what we have. Oh yeah, they're looking good. Okay, so let's take the rods out here. Let's check them and see what we're doing temperature wise here. Yeah, 160s. 160s. They're still not tender, but let's see. Yeah, okay. So I tell you what we're going to do. It is time. Let's take them off, and I'm going to put them in this pan here. Let's see if I can get them laid in here nice and pretty. It's probably going to take more than one layer. That's all right. I don't mind. Let's see how we can get them in here. Oh, they're pretty. See, here's where I am. It's hard for me not to just go ahead and start eating these. They're a safe temperature already. All right, so I've got one layer in here like that. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my brush and I'm gonna give these a nice coat of our barbecue sauce that we made. And let's get these coated good. All right, that's got that one. Let's get the rest of them, and we're gonna take them off, and we're just gonna put these in here just right on top, and it's okay. Right on top. We didn't have that many left, but this is as big a pan as I can get in this pit barrel. And let's give these a coat while we're at it. All right. And here's the last one. I'm gonna take this aluminum foil and I'm gonna cover it nice and tight. All right, and I'm gonna set it right back down in here, covered up. Just like that. I want to make sure I got it good and tight all the way around. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to put the rods back in. And put the top back on. And we're going to check these maybe in another hour. Okay, well, it's been just a little bit over another hour, which makes this, let's see, a little over 4 hour cook, which should be pretty good. And this is saying from that thermometer, hot, 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 that it's ready. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get, oh my goodness, look at that. Look at that, look at that. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah. It's like sticking in butter. Butter, 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 butter. Yeah, these are done. Okay. Now, that's not only by temp, and these are pretty close all around, pretty much 200, a little under, a little over some of them. But they're just as tender as they can be. So what we're gonna do is take the whole pan off, take it in, let it rest for a little bit, and we'll bring you back. Okay, well, we've let this rest for, I don't know, 20 minutes or so, maybe a little more than that. Hopefully enough. Oh yeah, I can pick them up. And this is the fruit of our labor. Oh my goodness. Look at this. I'm gonna come up and show it to you. Look at that. Is that pretty? Now, Moonshine BBQ country style ribs. Never heard of it, but we got some right here. Let's try this. I can see the smoke right there. I'm sorry. This was a 2-bite test. I don't know what to say except moist, juicy, the flavor out of this world. The Uncle Steve shake, oh my gosh. That and the barbecue sauce we did, try it, it's good stuff. Thanks for hanging around. If you haven't already, hit the circle on this side and subscribe. Ring that bell so you don't miss anything. Until next time, hang tight.